It's 7:45. We said this was voted 8. The building closes at 8:30. I understand that there are some dire situations going on and need support. By a show of hands, what I wanted to wrap up with was a resolution that AYLP is proposing, but if you guys want to continue to talk until 8, that's fine with me, but I just want to respect your time. So do you guys want to continue talking for another 15 minutes? If you do, say aye. Aye. Okay, only the ayes was in their group back there.
I'm like,
so, okay, let me try this again. By a show of hands, do you guys want to continue talking?
Go ahead.
Okay, so what I recommend is that that group, you guys clearly have some serious things going on, and so can I actually ask you all to step out in the atrium, or actually conference room 3 is open as well, or the kitchen. That way you can continue, because, yeah, I just want to wrap up in a timely manner. So is that okay, if you guys can continue in the kitchen? Let's give them a hand. Y'all are working this stuff out. Okay, so everyone else, are y'all cool? Okay, so just as feedback, was these circles helpful? Was the circle helpful, parents? See? Okay, I know that means yes. What about over here in this group? Were you guys supporting? I'm sorry. Oh, Chris.
Buenas noches. Yo pienso que todas las preguntas que se están haciendo en los grupos son situaciones que todos los padres sabemos. Nuestras preocupaciones solo son en cómo van a afectar los cortes, y aún así los niños no tienen los servicios apropiados. ¿Cómo afectarían esos cortes a los niños?
What is being discussed here, we already know. So we're still worried on how these cuts are going to affect us. Jerry, you guys hear me? Yes?
There are a couple of outstanding questions in our circle that we would love to talk out today.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Wait, talk out to parents or talk out to that?
Talk out to anyone.
Okay, because half advocates went out the room.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a question for advocates.
Okay.
I think it was your question about how.
We would like to get a sense of what are the best ways that we can be advocating to draw attention to the needs of our schools, and specifically like supporting the principals, if it is the principal's role to advocate for our children.
Yes, I can.
Hello. It's very loud. The school where my children go to is Jackie Vaughn Occupational High School, and up until September we were basically unknown, but now we've become well known because our school only supports students with disabilities. The main or the primary diagnosis should be mild intellectual challenges. So what our principal did with his staff, with his case manager and other support staff, was to go through every student's IEP and go through the minutes, and they gave data to the Office of Diverse Learning Supports and Services that showed we need a certain amount of people to give services to meet the IEP needs. And that took well over a week, and they worked into the night to do that. But our principal is one of the only principals that was able to get back all of the positions because of doing this. So our school took a two-pronged approach. The first prong was the principal and everybody in the school going through the IEP minutes. And the rest was the parents and the teachers and all the assistants. And we've been advocating, we've been going to events like the People's Board meeting, we've been going to city budget town hall meetings and special ed, or we went through the ones through the CPS. So we're advocating that way. We're also writing letters to our legislators, and we're getting signatures to let them know we're not going to let them cut the funding for special education.
And let me just add to that, when we go to CPS budget hearings or anything that CPS hosts, it's almost a disservice to only.
We made a comment.
In response to that?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
It's like, we need one. Dígale, como que dice.
Queremos un director de
She said we need one of those principals, like your principal, Jackie Vine.
No, he's ours. You have to find your own.
No, es de nosotros. No tengo del propio. Yes, so how, in response to what you just said, she's saying, so what can we do as parents to try to get your principal to push towards being so, such an advocate? Just asking you.
I think that you can get together with the other parents of students with disabilities in your school. Okay. And then you can also talk to your child's special education teachers and the case manager and let them know that you don't want to lose the support staff and the teachers that are already guaranteed under the IEP of the students. And you also should go to the board meeting at the end of the month, the CPS board meeting.
Wait, quickly.
She's asking, can they go to, can they send a letter?
Okay, so there's a couple of things you could do. Our special ed task force, which meets at CCU's office, and our next meeting is October 24th, I think. What Cindy's school offer is actually a template, right?
He doesn't have a template, but they're looking for a template, but there isn't one. It's just called, go through all the minutes and link the minutes to a person.
Interpreter, request? You're talking between, when do you meet, October what?
24th
Sorry,
at 4:30.
el de octubre 24.
Okay, what is it?
Para ellas.
I'm sorry,
Bueno,
27th.
en la mesa directiva, no de CCS, pero ellos se presentan como... The 24th,
The 27th, I'm sorry.
27.
And if you want information about that meeting, what you could do is if you signed up on the sign-in sheet and your email is on there, we actually have a special ed task force email group. And so what I could do is take your emails and add it to that group so that you can know when we have the next meeting.
Bueno, entonces ahí le pueden dar información en su correo electrónico, les llega la información de todo.
And you can contact me. I can help you in that Spanish.
Se puede contactar con ella y en Word, en that Spanish.
Yes.
En español muy malo.
Es posible. Quiero ayudar todos los familias. ¿Entiendes?
Michelle, you ready?
All right.
Did you have a question or comment? Same thing, how do we advocate? And so, again, all of the people who was on that resource list, I provided it in English and in Spanish. You can contact any one of those sources, and Rachel will reach out to you to make sure you get it. All of them are part of that special ed task force. So even if you don't hear directly from me, if you contact anybody on that sheet, they can let you know about that too. Yes, it's in Spanish on the front table. If you did not get it, we'll get it to you. Last but not least, I want to let you all know what AYLP is doing in response to these cuts. So Jaime, can you please tell us what AYLP is doing? And make sure you go at a speed that is equivalent to the interpreter.
Okay. Hey everybody. So to wrap it up, my name is Jaime, affectionately known as Jay here. Basically, right now, this month of October, we will be focusing on the Dignity in School campaign, which focuses primarily on restorative justice issues, peer mentoring, to create solutions to prevent our students with disabilities to end up in the juvenile detention system. And also, basically, we have come up with a resolution as an advocacy group, and I briefly talked about it with my group. And this resolution, basically, I'll read it. It reads as follows. I'll read it as slow as I can. But this resolution states the following, and our idea is to present it in City Council through the Progressive Caucus. The aldermen who are part of the Progressive Caucus in the City of Chicago. So I will read it as slowly and clearly as possible, okay? This resolution reads as follows. Whereas, historically, the City of Chicago, with the cooperation of other governmental units, has committed to increase the employment of people with disabilities to a rate that is as close as possible to the employment rate of the general adult population. And whereas it is estimated that 20% of Chicago residents have at least one disability, and whereas the unemployment rate for persons with disabilities far exceeds the unemployment rate for persons without disabilities, and whereas it is estimated that 70% of all adult people with disabilities are unemployed, whereas there are many persons with disabilities who currently are unable to obtain competitive employment, and whereas special education services to youth with disabilities provide the basis to be an adult qualified to obtain competitive employment. And whereas the state of Illinois pays pension costs for every other district in the state, CPS also pays these pension obligations using funds that would otherwise go toward resources for additional support for students with disabilities. Whereas the current CPS fiscal problems are leading to cuts in special education services, particularly impacting the most disabled students in the school district. Whereas between 65 and 70% of youth incarcerated in the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center have at least one diagnosable mental health disorder, and whereas another 30% of youth incarcerated in Juvenile Detention Center have an identified learning disability, and whereas millions of federal and city dollars are invested each year in education of students with disabilities enrolled in the Chicago Public Schools without any significant gains in the rate of competitive employment for persons with disabilities in Chicago. And whereas it is in the best social and economic interest of the City of Chicago to expand competitive employment, the tax base of Chicago, and economic opportunity for students with disabilities who will become adult citizens of Chicago. So basically the resolution is saying that the Chicago City Council, our resolution is that the City Council stands opposed to the over 500, now close to 600 cuts or even more in special education staff employed by CPS, as announced as part of the budget. And be it further resolved that the City Council wants to prevent any other reductions in special education if the state of Illinois fails to provide this funding that has been requested. So that's pretty much what we came up with. And any feedback, any support, we welcome it from parents, advocates, legal assistants and whatnot. So we need all the support, we want the support, and we welcome any community work to get this done. But like I said, this is in process through the City Council and the Progressive Caucus.
So next steps of that, this resolution will be proposed at the next council meeting. And so what we're asking is if you all support it or need more information about it, to call your alderman and let them know that they need to support it. Because it's not enough just for the Progressive Caucus to do it, but for all of our aldermen to do it. And so if you want a copy of this resolution, just to know that, hey, you need to support this alderman. We need you all to call them and let them know that this is happening and you all want that support as well. So, does that sound like a good idea to you all? Yeah. Oh, I can't hear you. Does it sound like a good idea to you all? Yeah. Okay. It would be great if I hear feedback of how you all think this event went. I think everyone has my email, and if you don't, I can give you information about my email and all of that after. But I would really appreciate feedback. I want to know if this was as effective in my head as it was actually implemented. And I thank all of the supporters and resources who came here. Thank you all for joining us. Give yourselves a hand for making it through the night. Yeah, thank you for coming. And our next step, just so you know, that Special Ed Task Force will be hosting a series of teach-ins. I kind of wanted to use this forum as a way to figure out what information would be best useful to other parents in different communities. And so if you want more information about that as well, please reach out to me. Meeting adjourned, I guess. So again, thanks. Yes.
We have meetings, but I always email them or use their Facebook page to get in touch with the alderman about it.
Okay.
So maybe that somehow is due to, we all, our buildings all in down the Facebook page, but issues, if it's electronically, that's what I'm worried.
Okay.
But with an action, so we're asking for support. But if it's supported and the data is whatever.